Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. You walk into a room, she's there. Maybe a friend, maybe a coworker, maybe Simone you've just met once at a party. Her eyes flicker for a second. Her body shifts just a little. Her tone changed just slightly. And in that brief moment, that very first hi, she tells you everything you need to know. See, most men miss it. They are caught up in her words, in how she sounds, in what she says, but not in how she greets you. That's where her truth lives. Women don't always say they like you, but they do show it, especially in that first 3 seconds, and that greeting. The way she smiles, the tone she uses, the energy she gives off. That's when her guard slips, even if just for a heartbeat, because women are wired with a different form of attraction expressions. It's subtle, lay, emotional, and completely built on instinct. When a woman likes you, especially if she's trying to keep it under wraps, it leaks out in her body language first. And greetings are ground zero for licks. It could be a softening of the eyes, a sudden change in her posture, a hug that lasts just a second too long, or a hey that's sweeter, slower, warmer than how she greets as anyone else. And if you don't understand what to look for, you'll never catch it. You'll go on thinking she's just friendly or polite or nice. Meanwhile, she's thinking about you later that night, replaying that man, wondering if you noticed, wondering if you felt it too. This is where Stoic psychology becomes powerful. But a Stoic man doesn't just see these things, he reads them. He remains grounded, calm, centered, but observant. He doesn't chase the words, he watches subtle signals. Most guys are blinded when she walks into the room. Does she light up? Does her face change? Does her voice soften just for you? There's a pattern to it, a rhythm, a quiet attraction code that women speak fluently, but only to the men they feel safe and drawn to. And in this video, we're going to break that code, piece by piece, because once you learn these 5 routines, once you understand how women greet you when they secretly like you, you'll never see the world the same way again. This is not about pickup tactics. This is not about manipulation. This is about self-masculinity awareness, a calm, clear lens into feminine energy and desire. And when you'll finally understand what these greetings really mean, you won't have to second guess anymore. You'll just know. Let's begin. Most men walk through life unaware of the silent language constantly being spoken around them. They chase loud signs, obvious words, big gestures, and completely overlooked moments where truth actually hides. One of those moments, the way a woman greets you. Let's get one thing straight. Women don't always come out and say they're into you. They don't announce it with flashing lights. In fact, the more they like you, the more subtle they often become, especially if they're trying to stay composed. That's why you'll almost never hear a woman say, "Hey, I've been thinking about y'all all day," unless she's already deeply comfortable or emotionally invested. But what you will notice, if you're paying attention, is a shift, a softness, a light in her eyes, and it all shows up in how she says hello. This is something high value men understand. They don't just listen to what she says. They observe, noticing how her tone changes and she sees them, how her energy lifts, how her eyes linger a little too long. They've trained themselves to see the emotional truth hidden beneath her face politeness. That's the Stoic advantage. A Stoic man doesn't react emotionally to every signal, but he is incredibly tuned in. He's not guessing, he's not hoping, he's reading, because he understands that women often reveal everything in the smallest, most easily missed moments. The greeting is one of those moments. Think about it. A woman might hug everyone in the room the same way, but when she hugs you, it's tighter, slower, or longer, or warmer. Maybe she touches your shoulder when she doesn't touch anyone else. Maybe her voice lifts in tone just for you, or she suddenly, with her words, her usual confidence melts slightly into something softer, something uncertain. That's not random. That's not coincidence. That's emotional signal. Why does it matter? Because if you miss these signs, you'll miss your window. You'll never know when she's opening the door for something deeper, because she never announced it. Women want men who see them without them having to say it. Women want men who feel the difference in how they are being treated. If she has to tell Yahoo she feels, the magic is already fading. But if you recognize her subtle greeting for what it is, an emotional fingant, you give her a rare experience, the experience of being understood without having to explain. That creates chemistry, that creates mystery, that creates desire. And that's why understanding how women greet you can completely change your relationships. This video isn't a booth to get women to like you. It's a butho to recognize when they already do before you ever have to ask. It's a bootstepping into a deeper awareness of male psychology and how high value, grounded, emotionally intelligent men pick up on the quiet signs everyone else ignores, because the difference between men who get attention and men who get chased is awareness. She might never confess her feelings outright, but she'll show it in how she looks at you, how she says your name, how her holy vibe changes the moment you walk in tight room. And once you learn how to decode these greetings, you'll stop guessing, you'll stop chasing, you'll start knowing. Now, let's uncover the 5 powerful ways women greet you when they secretly like you. 1. The too happy hello. It's subtle at first, almost invisible. You might think she's just being friendly, but if you've got a trained eye, you'll notice it right away. Her energy spikes too much the moment she sees you. Let's break this down. Most people have a baseline, a predictable tone, a predictable smile, a predictable vibe. But when a woman secretly likes you, she temporarilises her calibration. The greeting isn't just a hey, it's suddenly infused with joy. Her voice lifts in pitch, her eyes widen, her smile appears too quickly and lasts a little too long. You've just walked into the room, and yet it's like you've made her day. She's too happy and she doesn't even realize it. This kind of greeting is involuntary, it's raw. It bypasses her logic and comes straight from her nervous system. Her emotions react before her mind has organs to regulate. It's like her heart, and that jump shows up in her entire vibe. Now, the key here is contrast. Compare how she greets others to how she greets you. Does she sound neutral with them but suddenly energized with you? Does she smile casually with them but light up with warmth the second your eyes meet? Does she act composite around them but instantly soften when you walk in? If so, she's not just baying, she's signaling emotional interest in the only way she can, with it prevailing too much, with a high tensionational response hidden inside a casual hello. A high-value man doesn't jump to conclusions. Here he observes. He smiles back with grounded presency but keeps his center. The woman feels this calm awareness and it only pulls her deeper. Why? Because she knows you noticed her little emotional spike and you didn't flinch. That's confidence. That's masculine polarity. That's how attraction begins, quietly too. The shy but hopeful hello. This one is different. It's not energy exploding upward, it's energy retreating inward. Think of it like a blush, in the form of a greeting. She sees you, and instantly becomes a little more careful. Her body becomes subtly tense. Her posture shifts. She might adjust her clothes, or tuck her hair. Her voice goes lower. She avoids eye contact for a second, but not because she's uninterested. In fact, it's the opposite. She's shy because she doesn't want to mess up the moment. She's suddenly aware of how she's coming across. This isn't how she talks to just anyone. She doesn't want to come off as too much, and yet her nervous excitement betrays her. Her smile is small but genuine. Her eyes speak at you, then flick away, and then back. She might give a soft wave, a quiet hey, or a little nod, sometimes says your name, but it's barely louder than a whisper. You can feel the hesitation, but also the hope. She wants you to see her, to notice her, to engage, but she doesn't want to look desperate. That internal conflict between desire and restraint. Critis that magnetic feminine tension. Pay attention to her body language. Is she fidgeting more around you, tucking her hair behind her ear, fixing her sleeves or lips or necklace? These micro adjustments aren't random. It's her nervous system trying to manage attraction while preserving dignity. And if you're the man who makes her feel both seen and safe, in that vulnerable moment, you're already halfway into her emotional world. This is where he honors the effort she's making. Just by being present with him. That's rare, and women feel it. That's when her shy but hopeful greeting becomes braver the next time. That's when interest grows quietly and quickly. 3. Do necessary touch. Greeting touch. It's the one form of communication you can't fake. Words can lie, smiles can be polite, but when a woman touches you during a greeting in ways that are necessary, subtle, and seemingly casual, it's never just nothing. It's your body saying what her mouth won't. She could just say hi. She could wave. She could nod. But instead, she taps your shoulder. She brushes her hand against yours. She grips your arm a second longer than needed. She leans in a crowded space just to be closer. These are called pretextual touches in psychology. They look like friendly gestures, but they carry intention. That little shoulder tap, it's a test. That umbrush, it's a signal. That 2C hug with a back rub. That's not friendship. That's attraction leaking out under the disguise of Women are taught to be subtle. They rarely express direct physical interest unless they feel safe or bold. But when she adds touch to a greeting, it's her way of bridging emotional space without exposing herself completely. Now, here's where most men blow it. They either don't notice or they get so excited they lean in too much too soon. But the stoic man, he notices and allows it. He doesn't overreact. He doesn't overreact it in front of her. He just lets it land because he understands that feminine energy craves being noticed, said without pressure. When a woman touches you and you hold your frame, she feels seen and safe. That safety makes her trust you more. That trust unlocks more upon us. And that openness deepens the attraction. It's a silent dance, and only emotionally aware men can play it well. So next time she greets you with that little nudge, or her fingers linger too long, or she finds a reason to touch your jacket or squeeze your hand while saying, "Hi," understand this. She's telling you something not with words but with skin. And the man who can read that message without fumbling it is the man who earns a place in her For the playful roast. Hello, there's something very subtle and very revealing about the way a woman teases you when she secretly likes you. It's not the kind of mean sarcasm meant to bruise your ego. Nor is it random banter. It's precise, controlled, intentional. This greeting style often comes in the form of what we call a playful roast. Picture this. You walk onto a room, and instead of a basic hi, she smirks and says, "You actually showed up on time. Are you feeling okay? Or maybe, well, you clean up that nice. What's the occasion? Job? Interview?" These comments are framed as insults, but if you listen closely, they are actually compliments in disguise. The playful roast is her way of testing the waters. She's measuring your confidence. She's checking if you're secure enough to laugh at yourself, if you'll challenge her back, or if you'll crumble under light pressure. Why? Because attraction isn't just about it's about energy, and when she greets you with this teasing, it's a signal that chasses you as someone interesting, someone worth playing with. But here's thought of her psychology. When a woman roasts you playfully, she's breaking the social script. Instead of saying, "Hi, how are you?" like everyone else, she's creating a private little joke between just the two of you. That moment becomes unique. It separates you from every other guy she's greeted today. In her mind, you've already started a story together. And stories are powerful in attraction. A stoic man doesn't get flustered when this happens. He smiles. He meets her with wit. He knows it's not about words, it's about the spark underneath them. 5. The eyes speak first greeting. Now we arrive at perhaps the most ancient primal greeting of them all, the one that happens before any words are spoken, the one throbbles across the room in silence, but leaves an earthquake behind. It's when her eyes say it all. Long before she approaches, long before her mouth moves, her eyes have already delivered the message, and the message is simple. I see you. I feel something, and I hope you feel it, too. This greeting is rare and unmistakable. You lock eyes, and instead of glancing away like most do, she holds the gaze, not aggressively, not awkwardly, but with a quiet confidence that lingers just a second, longer than it needs to. There's softness in her stare, a vulnerability, and beneath it, 1,000 unsaid words. Sometimes she'll look at you, then lines away quickly, only to look back again when she thinks you're not watching. That double take. That's real. That's not a coincidence. That's her subconscious betraying her curiosity. Other times, she greets you with a smile that starts in her eyes before it reaches her lips. That's a deep level connection, the kind rooted in emotion, not performance. A stoic man moment he doesn't chase it, he holds it. He respects the silence of it, because when a woman greets you with her eyes, she's giving you access not just to her attention, but to her openness. In Stoic psychology, this is a test of presence. She wants to see if you're grounded enough to stay with the moment, not flinch, not overlink, not fumble for a pickup line. Just see her, because it's that kind of calm, masculine energy. It's intoxicating to a feminine spirit that craves safety and connection. Now, here's the key takeaway. You need to understand, my friend. Most men miss these greetings not because they are blind, but because they are distracted. They are too focused on what to say next, or whether they are good enough, or what their next move should be. But high-value men, stoic men, they do the opposite. They observe, they remain calm, and they recognize these subtle greetings for what they are: micro-invitations into her emotional world. When she greets you with tumukexitman, or with shy hesitation when she finds a reason to touch you, tizo, or hold your eyes longer, fanner, don't brush it off, don't doubt it, and don't try to force the moment. A stoic man doesn't chase attention. He commands it by his presence, his stillness, and his awareness. If you've seen even one of these greetings, you're reality in her mind more than you know. But the real test is how you respond. Will you stay in control? Will you turn the energy calmly? Will you makiar, feel seen, not conquered? If you're ready to take this deeper to master not just how to notice female signals, but to respond with confidence, mystery and masculine polarity, then stick with channel, because on Stoic Paradox we didn't just give dating tips. We teach Yahoo to become the kind of man she can't forget. Subscribe now, drop a comment if you've ever seen one of these greetings in action. And remember, you don't need to chase, you just need to understand. Until next time, walk like a king, love like amistry, and lead with silence. All